Premier Aya Shahin. I'm a member of the community and a very, very proud Australian Palestinian. You mentioned some things for federal matters. The past couple of weeks, we've seen the Adelaide Uni students take on the university campuses as encampments, and we've seen political leaders take positions on those encampments and be quite vocal with their positions and their opinions on those encampments. Obviously, these students are exercising their freedom of expressions, freedom of speech, and right to peacefully protest. And I say that as a former student who went to university in Adelaide and my opinions were respected and I was able to express them in that way. My question to you is, as this is a state matter, will you make a statement in support of these students who are exercising their right to peacefully protest?
Well, I commend you. You should maybe get in the field of journalism, because no one's asked me up to this point. You're the first. Look, I don't believe in cancel culture, right? So I do believe that people, and I think particularly young people, should exercise their right to peacefully protest where they've got the opportunity to do so. I would be, and I haven't seen much around how Adelaide Uni has conducted themselves, but you know, I can think of protests that I participated in when I was at uni, and I was afforded the chance to do so peacefully, and I don't see why anyone should be any different. It's got to be done peacefully and thoughtfully. Something I would say that has struck me, and I didn't put it in my speech, but you know, one of the things that I'm getting a little bit. Well, one of the things that people who are demonstrating and calling for the creation of a Palestinian state are not anti-Semitic, and I detest and oppose anti-Semitism wherever we see it, but advocating for a Palestinian state is not anti-Semitic. And so where protests are occurring peacefully and thoughtfully, and people expressing their views in accordance with Australian best practice and our own values, then that opportunity should be afforded people.
Will you make that statement, Mr. Premier?
I just did. Sorry.
I'm going to follow on that.
No,
Thank you.
When you say, will I make that statement, what do you mean?
In a public.
Oh, there's people recording me everywhere.
If you were asked by the media at a press conference.
Yes, of course. Yes, of course. I mean, listen, in my role, I accept the reality that whoever is premier, right, words matter, right? They take on a different meaning, right? And I work hard, and I often fail, right? Because I'm fallible like everybody else. But I do work hard at making sure that when I put on my suit and tie, if you see me at a footy game, I might be a bit looser, but when I put on my suit and tie and I act as premier, that the words that come out of my mouth are considered and I've applied a degree of thought to. Because every word's on the public record, right? That's the reality, right? So what I say here, would it be different to what I say on ABC Radio or anywhere else for that?